Hello, my name is Diane Spencer. Welcome to my channel. Thank you to all the people who have been sharing my content and bringing new people into our little group of depraved lunatics. I want to say a big shout out to Kevin Camp. Kevin made a donation to my PayPal and it could not have come at a better time. I'm writing show 9, I'm leading up to the Fringe, and then I'm gonna film it. And I obviously need to hire a camera crew. When I go to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, it starts with a 430-mile road trip. This video is about a key part of being a working comic: the road. I like to make sure that my car is roadworthy. I can change a tyre. I top my car up with windscreen washer, more fuel than I need. I like to check the tyre pressure on my tyres. I like to take my own food with me. I don't eat in the car. I like to leave plenty of time. I would rather do that than come running in at the last minute. So I leave plenty of time before I get to gigs. Some people don't. And that's always exciting, especially if you're the host. So they've not arrived yet. I don't suppose you could talk for another, half an hour? What? It's 11 p.m. I'd been booked to do 3 gigs up north. 2 of them were on the same night and 1 was the next night. So the plan was to drive about 280 miles up north, do the first 2 gigs, stay overnight, gig in the evening, and then drive back down, arriving back at Chessington for maybe 3 a.m. February is a dark, cold month, so it's ideal for comedy. You've got the whole Valentine's Day thing going on, so it's really romantic that Kevin had come with me too. The green room at the Angel in Topcliffe was pretty flash and featured a sofa larger than our marital bed. I adapted. I'd made sandwiches. It's very good to take your own food on the road, especially if, like us, you've gone gluten-free. I never had anything against any gluten, but we're trying it. We're kind of weighing up the roll's a bit dry with, oh my god, how is that a smell that's even come out of the human body? Are you like a volcano? That's sulfur.
I've got great news. I've recently become a mother, which is nice. Yes, well, I say that, they're my stepkids, so they just appeared. But I'm delighted. Have we got any other stepmums in? Or as some of us like to call ourselves, smilfs? So yes, I've got 2 girls now. When I realised I was going to have 2 girls, I did what every new mom does. I made a list of names. I was like, oh, what am I going to call them? Yes, they're ahead of me. Kevin went, babe, you can't rename them. They're 15 and 17 years old. And I was like, darling, they're children, not boats. He is so superstitious. Stepkids, it's a bit like when you've got a pet you've rescued. Just say the new name as you look them in the eye. They catch on, you know. If you want them to learn faster, combine it with food. I should explain that. So, we were all going to go out, right? And it was my treat. So I called them downstairs by their names and they came. Now, the eldest one is very sarcastic. She takes after me. And she said, Di, you do remember my real name, don't you? It's Ellie. And I went, yeah. But you're my child now. And do you want to go to Nando's or not, C-3PO? The little one doesn't make a fuss, so I called her Keith. Yes.
When you visit places, people are so enthusiastic sometimes about where they live. You have to go see the pottery kiln. I've turned up here at 7 p.m. and I'm gonna leave at 11 p.m. When is this pottery kiln open? Oh, it's open every Tuesday morning, but only on weeks that have a full moon. Great, thanks. Oh, you should go visit our market. We've got a great market. I would love to. I mean, it's taken me 6 hours to get here. When is your market? Oh, it's on Saturday mornings. It's Saturday evening now, so I've missed it. And I'm not sure if I want to drive the 6 hours again to come to the market. But you must. They've got wooden toys. Do they have wooden dildos? Actually, no, you might get splinters. I did the first gig. It went well. We got in the car. And it's along here somewhere.
There's a lot of people here.
There are.
Dominant.
Oh.
Keep an eye out. There's the horn blower.
So there it is. Yeah, there we go. So I've got a fantastic close-up of your beard. Wow, they put on a spread for us. I mean, especially if you're a fan of pork cracklings. Ghost chili. I was fully aware if I ate this and I touched it with my hands, there would be no hand jobs and no blow jobs and no wanking. Once that stuff's on your hands, you better be washing your hands for 2 minutes minimum.
I have to go to the doctor, have something. Oh my God, Christ! Right.
Yes,
Babysitter.
No, it's my alarm for my internet.
It's your alarm for your internet. Fair enough.
Insulin.
Insulin? Oh fuck, take it. Jesus. My mum's diabetic, so you want to take your insulin, you carry on, sweetie. Oh yeah. It was great, yeah. At Easter, she hid our eggs, we hid her insulin. Give me the egg or you're not getting the pen back! Did you see the thing that happened with Paul Hollywood? When he said this thing about diabetics, and he called the Chelsea bun diabetes on the plane. Did you see that? Oh, it was amazing. The backlash was incredible. We saw the diabetics of Great Britain rise up in the air. We saw a Chelsea bun and went, oh, that's amazing, diabetes on a plane. And all the type 1 diabetics, they went and photographed their pens, their blood tester kits after they fucking found them. And they put and went, here you go, Paul Hollywood, and they tweeted him and they went, here you go, diabetes on a plate, I've been taking it all my life, thanks a lot. That was the type 1s. Yeah, all the type 2s just went, yeah, that's probably what it was. I've still got the tablets, so fuck it, I'm having 2. Well, it's like, I'm off me, Fred, oh fuck it. Oh, I'll tell you something rude about my husband, because I'm sure I've not done that yet. So, I've been married for a wee while, right? And I've noticed there's 2 types of erection. Isn't that funny? Well, when you're single, you only really see one type of erection, you know, and that's the action one, the one that's quite enthusiastic, the one that's like a drug dog sniffing for amphetamines. You know, the one that's like, ah! Oh my God, oh hello, oh, you wiping your nose on my leg, hello. I've missed you too.
After the second gig, we then drove another 30 or something miles up to the hotel.
Not nice. What a little telly. Yeah, very nice.
In every room, which is odd for a hotel.
Yeah. Tea and coffee. You see, you're having porridge. Hey. Yeah, we got a little bathroom.
It's great having an ensuite bathroom, but you know, it being the Valentine's season, I made sure to take a massive dump in the hotel reception. I want to keep the romance.
It's okay, little chicken.
In the morning when you're far from home, you can start to get that weird pang where you're like, I want to be at home, I want to be at my desk, I want to be online gaming. But you got a job to do, and I was so lucky that Kevin had come with me. We spent the day in a pub that was dedicated to Stan Laurel of Laurel and Hardy. Stan Laurel was from Bishop Auckland, and when you see it during the day, you certainly get to appreciate local things. When I'm at home, I'll do all sorts of things, depending on Kevin's schedule. When we're out, and that would be considered a public obscenity offence, I write. But sometimes I don't just write jokes. This is the part of the video for all my comedy nerds. Stationery time! So, my joke book, my morning pages book, my planning book, a script, and I have a logistics book. Who loves stationery? Me! Mad psychotic ravings in the front, sometimes they get boiled down into actual bits of material, and it has my club set in the back. My morning pages book is something that I took from that book. Let me get the book. Oh, The Artist's Way, that's what it's called. The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. You essentially do stream of consciousness writing, so you write just non-stop, whatever your brain is thinking, and you're supposed to do it in the morning. It's like, morning, not, it was too soon, morning. My planning book is spiral bound, so I can just go and snap it back. It's about how I can try to fit things in during the month. So planning to make these videos, planning to do show 9. Just to help me be good at what I want to do, I need a plan. Sometimes I will have a script with me. This is often when I'm working on a new hour-long special. And I have a logistics book. This is a tiny little notebook which I use to write down postcodes, distances, times, quite often to-do lists. This is my day-to-day book which sort of helps me get through the day. That's a merch idea. Diane Spencer notebooks. Put your creativity between my flaps.
What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor?
That night, we arrived at the last gig in Newton Aycliffe. We were in someone's house, and by that, I mean a dog called Elsie.
Hello, gorgeous.
This was definitely her house. Basically sat on my lap. She drank my water. She followed me to the toilet. She is not a small little dog. The Tabania was one of those fascinating pubs that felt so personal. And it really felt like it had a story and it was part of the people around it.
Just the first. Oh my god, the Tabania. Do you think it was the first steam-powered turbine?
I don't know.
The nice thing about these smaller gigs is that it feels warm and it feels friendly, and you get a sense of community, which is quite lovely. You can also get a massive Rottweiler that wants to drink your water and bite your handbag. So yeah, you can get that too.
Bloody shoes, this thing just guides him like a fucking missile. So when it's finished, it just reverse parallel parks him in bed. He's not even woken up and it lowers. I don't know how you've managed that, but well done. I call that one Thunderbird 2. The other day, right, we're married. And he wakes up with the other one, the rat one, right? And we haven't done anything in a while, and I think, well, you've got to keep things going, keep things moving, you know, keep the romance. But equally, we're married, and I thought, what's the least amount of effort I can put in? I've got shit to do. love him very much, but we've got shit to do. So I thought, I know what I'm going to do. So I start gathering the flowers. We're all on board with the story. There's no basket. Right. Now, straight away, we hit a massive snag in this romance because he's got a foreskin and we've got a duvet cover, and I just rolled them into one item. He went, ah! I'm like, sorry. But on the plus side, we now know if I ever lose an arm, I can still roll socks.
By the time Kevin and I got home, it was early enough that all the birds had started singing. You know, people have a very showbiz idea of what being a comedian is. They instantly imagine kind of arenas like the O2, or they imagine the Hammersmith Apollo. The truth is, a lot of comedy gigs happen in little pubs. They happen in clubs. They're put on by, I was gonna call him the innkeeper? What year is this? Bring me the jester. This one has ovaries. They're put on by the bar manager who wants to have some entertainment for their guests. This is the reality of being a comedian. I think there's much more glamorous occupations than being a comic. Maybe the point of this video is that I love what I do and I'm really happy to do what I do. And it's really nice when I can make other people happy too. Facts and stats. Total distance. Plus, I should get my glasses. There we go. 582 miles over 2 days. Not bad, not bad. Thank you so much for watching. That was my road trip video. If you're up north in the UK, do check out the Hilarity Bites website. It's run by an awesome guy called Neil. I had a lot of fun making this video. I hope you had fun watching it. Please share my content. It's really interesting when somebody posts a joke that I've written on a website or a forum or a message board, because then suddenly I get a heap load of traffic. I get a load of people who like what I do and a load of people who don't. The players are going to play. The haters are going to hate. This does not affect me because I am beautiful and intelligent. If you like my videos, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you know when I bring out something new. Please follow me on all my social media. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great week. Bye. The road is long. Ooh.